Welcome to the Art of Likability, ranked one of the top podcasts in the world. In this podcast, you'll discover how to leverage likability to build stronger relationships, lead more efficiently, close more sales, and keep customers happy while increasing success in your professional and personal life. Let's jump in with your host, Arel Moody.
What's going on, Likability family? Arel Moody here, your host of the Art of Likability podcast, where we teach you the strategies and skills you need to gain access to the most incredible life possible through better, improved relationships. And relationships are the key to everything. And everything we can do to get better at understanding people, understanding how to better present ourselves, how to interact with people, becomes a step toward living a more successful professional and personal life. And what we do on this podcast is every single week we give you strategies and strategies and tips, really simple things you can start doing that are wildly effective. We have a huge library of absolutely free content to help support you. If you like our content and you want more in-depth training, I highly encourage you to go to artoflikability.com. That's our website. We have online courses that teach you how to keep a conversation going with anyone in any circumstance. That will be super helpful if you have a fear of connecting with people, if you need to improve, if you have an interview coming up, you want to learn how to use likability skills to do things most people would never even think about in an interview to get hired. We have a manual for like $50 and we have an online course for $200. It's just really great stuff. So I really love it. But the good news is you get the podcast as well. And I want to give you a strategy today that's actually going to make you better looking. And you've probably not heard about this strategy. Very, very few people know what I'm about to tell you. And I want you to start using it because it actually will make you look better. It'll actually improve your health. It's not hard. It's not going to the gym. It's not putting on makeup. It's not any of those things. So I recently came across this work and I've actually gotten very, very interested in it. And it's as simple as stopping mouth breathing. So bear with me and let me explain it and go through it, but I want you to get this. When you breathe through your mouth, your jaw literally has to drop open and you have to breathe air in and out. Now, obviously, you don't have your nose hair filtering your breathing, which I'm sure is beneficial. Mind you, I'm not a doctor or anything. This is based on my research and based on what I've done. So I just want to be very clear for anyone, before anyone goes, oh my gosh, he's giving medical advice. No, I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just telling you what I found. Please use it or not use it however you want. But I'm definitely not a doctor, right? I have my bachelor's degree. That's it. Right? So anyway, the research is that when you breathe through your mouth, that you actually, your jaw drops down and it, over time, like long periods of time, can actually elongate your face. And it pulls on the muscles and just the visual, like if you want to see what I'm saying, even just, not just the structure of your face, but just visually, like go in front of a mirror and look at yourself and just slack your jaw. Like open your mouth and start breathing through your mouth and look at yourself. Stick your tongue out a little bit if you want to have some fun at yourself, right? But ultimately, if you go in the mirror and you look at yourself breathing through your mouth, then I want you to close your mouth, make sure your teeth are touching each other, and breathe through your nose and just look at yourself in the mirror. What you'll notice is that by breathing through your jaw has a more square-like structure. It literally is a little bit more angular, and that is a higher beauty perceived value. Now, obviously, every country has different perceived views of beauty and all those kind of things. But just look at yourself and see how you look. When you are breathing through your mouth, it's less attractive. You're slack-jawed. You look a little, there's a reason why people make fun of people. They call them mouth breathers or they call them slack-jawed because there's almost a belief that that look is a little bit more idiocy. If you kind of look at even, drawings or pictures of people who are kind of like dopey, they usually have their mouth open, like their jaw is slack. They're slack jawed. But if you keep your mouth closed and focus on actually breathing through your nose, there's actually research that shows it actually will improve the structure of your face over periods of time. And I think obviously the younger you do it, it changes your structure. If you're like 80 years old, I doubt there's going to be much structural change to your face in that. But it actually helps keep your jawline pronounced and your facial structure a little bit better looking, which is kind of a nice benefit. But just immediately, and again, if you don't believe me, if you're driving, pull over, look in the mirror. If you're at home, find a reflective surface, a window, a mirror, and just look at the mirror and just start breathing through your mouth as you normally would breathe through your mouth. Don't like gape your mouth super wide open and like pant like a dog in a way you would never do naturally, right? I just want naturally breathe through your mouth. And then look at yourself and ask yourself, if you were walking down the street and you saw someone looking like that, versus just close your mouth, breathe in and out through your nose, and look at yourself and say, if you saw yourself, and option 1 was you breathing through your mouth, and option 2 was breathing through your nose, which one visually is more appealing to you? The odds are pretty high that the one where your mouth is closed. So you want to get in the habit of it. Actually, every now and again while I'm walking, will just make sure I'm closing my jaw. So it forces me to breathe through my nose, and I get deeper breaths through my nose. You actually just from a pure energy perspective, actually, if you want to get more oxygen into the blood, from what I understand, when you breathe through your nose, you actually get deeper breaths into your lungs. You get into the bottom of your lungs a lot easier than when you do a mouth breath. A mouth breath actually gets the air into the top of the lungs. So it doesn't get that full, deep oxygenating breath. So believe it or not, if your energy levels are not necessarily where they want to be, you may actually benefit from doing more nose breathing, because that nose breathing actually will cause you to take deeper breaths. And by taking deeper breaths, you get more oxygen into the lungs. You get more oxygen into the lungs. Your blood flows with more oxygen, and you have more energy, and you feel better, right? There's actually people, and I've done this, and I've told people about this, and there's a lot of research on it. You can YouTube it. A lot of people do what's called mouth taping at night. If you haven't heard about this, basically you get, a sterile surgical tape, and you literally tape your mouth shut. And obviously you want to make sure you don't have a stuffed nose or anything like that. You have to be able to breathe through your nose, right? Without any obstruction. But basically by taping your mouth, it forces you to breathe through your nose. And if you try to breathe through your mouth, you can't get access to it. So you breathe through your nose, and you actually get a deeper, more restful sleep, which is kind of cool. So obviously, again, I'm not a medical professional. Do your own research. Make sure you make any decision, consult a physician, and all those other legal disclaimers that every rational person should do, right? But if you do a lot of research online on YouTube, you'll find this stuff, and I think it's actually just pretty cool. So you may actually find your energy goes up, you look better, and you're more confident just by stop breathing through your mouth. Your mouth breather you. but all seriousness, give it a try. See if your energy levels go up. See if you just feel more confident. And I promise you, the more you keep your mouth shut and you breathe through your nose, you will notice that your jaw becomes more pronounced. And when that jaw becomes more pronounced, it just overall helps you look a little bit better. Now, some of you might be saying to myself, Aurel, I don't care how I look. I'm not vain. If I breathe through my mouth, I breathe through my mouth. If they don't like the way I look when my mouth is open, forget them. They missing out on me, because I'm this whole world of sugar and spice and everything nice and whatever else people say. If that's your thing, do your thing, boo-boo. I ain't going to tell you how to live your life. You listen to my podcast. I'm trying to put you onto the game. You probably not even thought about this mouth breathing thing before. But if you don't care, don't care. What am I going to tell you to do? Keep breathing through your mouth. You're going to have a dry mouth. Your breath is probably going to stink. That's another thing. This is a true story, people. Keep breathing through your mouth. Mouth gets dry. Your mouth gets dry. Your breath stinks. You want a bonus? I'm going to give you a bonus, help you with your stinky breath. Any of you got stinky breath. if you have white on your tongue, get a tongue scraper. It's this metal thing, and it looks like a rainbow. Just go to Amazon, type in tongue scraper. They got all sorts. I like the metal one. You just literally take it on your tongue and you scrape off the white, nasty junk on your tongue. You do it in the morning. You do it at night if your tongue's ever feeling gross. When you scrape the white junk off your tongue, your mouth feels incredible. If you've never done a tongue scraping, you have no idea how fresh your mouth actually can feel. When I first scraped my tongue and I had all that white junk on the back of my tongue come off, I was like, my mouth feels incredible right now. So if you've not done it, give it a try. So do me a favor. I really want you to reach out to me on this one. Send me a tweet, and I love when people tweet me and send me Facebook messages and emails. Like, have you used the tongue scraper before? Let me know. What's your experience been? Have you used one? If you've never used one, totally buy one. Maybe I'll put a link in the in this description to Amazon so you can check out the one that I use, right? If you never bought one, buy one. They're super awesome. And if you've used one, let me know. What do you think? If you've never used one, will you use one? Shoot me a tweet at Arel Moody, ARELMOODIE. So that's ARELMOODIE. Arel Moody on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Farmers Only. You know, if you stay up at 2 a.m., you've probably seen that commercial. No, I'm not really on Farmers Only. I don't own a farm and I'm not dating. Okay? But hit me up on Twitter or Facebook and let me know. Have you ever used a tongue scraper? And if you want bonus points, let me know about the mouth breathing. Did you notice a difference? You know, if you really want to get extra credit points, send me a picture of yourself. Take a selfie with your mouth open, breathing through your mouth, and then send me a selfie with your jaw closed, and I'll vote for you which one I think is better. If you happen to have a face where mouth breathing is a better look for you, I will let you know. But ultimately, your mouth is super important. So I want you to keep it closed, to keep it moist, so you don't have bad breath. Because if you keep it dry, you get bad breath. And your bad breath obviously will repel people. If you get white on your tongue or like a junk on your tongue, just you can scrape your tongue. It's really good. But also, keep your mouth shut and breathe through your nose. You'll see a world of difference. Now, you don't got to believe me on this one. Test me on it. Give it a try, right? Because this information is not going to impact your life in any way. But the implementation of this information will absolutely impact and grow your life in a really positive way. So I hope you do it, and I hope you look better. And then you feel more confident, and you can walk up and be the person you know you're supposed to be. All right? I'm out of here. Make sure to rate and subscribe. If you've not subscribed yet, please do so. If you've not given a 5-star rating and you've been listening to this podcast, shame. Hook a brother up. Show some love to the internet, and love will be shown back. All right, I'm out of here, y'all. Sending you a big old high five. You are awesome. Psh.
Thanks for listening. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast, The Art of Likability, and reach out with any questions you have. Until next time, remember, my friend, you are awesome.